University will be handing out rally towels before the Rose Bowl. Just stop by Memorial Stadium starting at 2:30 Friday afternoon. Towels are limited to 2 per person. And if you're heading to Pasadena for the Rose Bowl, IU also plans to hand out towels at Rose Bowl Stadium. That bowl game is set for New Year's Day. Tonight, the Colts say they're open to sharing the Hoosier State with the Bears. The Chicago team announced it's expanding its search for a new stadium site to Northwest Indiana. Today, the Colts VP of Communication called the prospect a positive move, not just for Indianapolis, but the state of Indiana as a whole. If the Bears moved across state lines, economic development experts estimate it could bring in billions of dollars into our state. Pacers Knicks, always must-see TV. And tonight, the struggling Pacers hosted a Knicks team that just won the NBA Cup championship on Tuesday. This was the first time Rick Carlisle and the Pacers played the Knicks since beating them in the Eastern Conference Finals. Pacers looking great in the opening quarter. Andrew Nembhard with the steal, the drive, the bucket, plus the foul. Nembhard hit with 31. Pacers playing good defense here. TJ McConnell with the steal. Feeds Isaiah Jackson for the dunk of the night. Pacers led by 16 at one point. Knicks played tonight without several key players, but Jalen Brunson showed up, buries the jumper, 2 of his 25. Benedict Mathurin, one of 4 Pacers in double figures. That's perfect from beyond the arc. He finished with 16, so it comes down to the fourth. Pascal Siakam catches fire, 3 of his 26 there. Knicks down 2, time running out. Jalen Brunson, oh no, he buried the 3. The short-handed Knicks win.
I hope you're happy, Anthony.
113. Now, we're airing 9 more games for you this season, so next up, the Pacers will be on the road against the Pelicans Saturday evening, so be sure to tune in to MeTV, which is channel 13.3 at 7, to catch all the action live. WNBA players just voted to authorize a strike, if necessary, as contract negotiations loom. All of this follows months of these stalled talks over increasing player salaries. Players with the WNBA want to see a new system where pay is tied to revenue, but they say the league has been resistant. The deadline to reach an agreement is January 9th.
Bear down all the way to Northwest Indiana. The Chicago Bears are broadening their search for a stadium site as team leadership struggles to get support up in Illinois. CBS 4's Gabriela Morendo talked with an economics expert and Bears fans today who are torn on the future of the iconic franchise.
A kitchen cooking Chicago classics.
That's what we're known for, Chicago-style eats.
The walls of Rush on Main and Zionsville speak for themselves.
Chicago all day, through and through.
Bears love runs deep, and now the team could be getting closer than ever to fans in the Hoosier State.
Few states have been as successful leveraging sports for economic development as the state of Indiana.
Team president and CEO Kevin Warren says the Bears are looking at new stadium possibilities, including in Northwest Indiana. The news comes after an ongoing stalemate with Illinois politicians. It involves a bill that would give the Bears a tax break during construction of a stadium in Arlington Heights.
Northwest Indiana, we're talking about being, within 30 minutes or so, potentially even closer to the Chicago metropolitan area. You get all of those benefits in a market that's lower cost, a potentially better working relationship with the state and regional leaders, and tax savings.
It's not the first time the Bears have considered a move across state lines. Gary, Indiana was one of several sites on the table back in 1995. Governor Braun was quick to show his support of this more current possibility, saying on social media, quote, "This move would deliver a major economic boost, create jobs, and bring another premier NFL franchise to the Hoosier State. Let's get it done." Just 3 months ago, team leadership said, quote, "Arlington Heights is the only site for a new Bears stadium, where they currently own several hundred acres." This changeup has fans both hopeful and cautious for the future.
For them to move, I think that would be very hard on Chicago to lose a sports team. They need to try and do what they can do to keep them.
Well, I do think it's a little bit of a ploy, but from the heart, I think it'd be huge.
If the Bears were to move to Indiana, that would mean there'd be 2 NFL teams within the Hoosier State. We reached out to the Colts for a statement, and they said, quote, "We wish the Bears all the best on their stadium initiative." In Zionsville, Gabriela Morando, CBS 4 News.
Too many frustrating nights for the Pacers and their
But memories of last season's best moments had to be fresh in mind for the Blue and Gold faithful tonight with the Knicks in town. Those good memories, of course, brought to you by that guy, Tyrese Halliburton. Tonight, it was Andrew Nembhard playing like playoff Nembhard. 31 points there in the first quarter, gets the steal and bucket. Had a game-high 31 points. We'll jump to the fourth. In a tight ball game, Pascal Siakam, nice slow dribble off the court, drops down 3 of his 26 points. But Jalen Brunson had 25 and the biggest 3 of the game here in the final seconds with the Knicks down 2. Brunson for the win. Knicks escape Indiana with a 114-113 victory. Ready for round 2 with Phillip Rivers at the helm. The Colts return to the practice field today with Monday Night Football and the San Francisco 49ers on the horizon. Also returning to practice was Anthony Richardson. AR's been on injured reserve for more than 2 months with a fractured orbital bone, and has finally been cleared to return to work. So how's he progressing? Is a game possible this year? Important questions for the first round pick today.
When it first happened, it was just a lot of swelling and everything because of the fracture and everything. So I couldn't really see much. But after like 2 or 3 weeks from the surgery, everything healed up nice, and I'm here right now. So.
Can you imagine playing this year still?
I would love to, but I got to take it one day at a time. See how I feel out there on the field, see how I move around in the pocket, and just do whatever they need me to do. But I love playing football, and I'm just glad to be back.
Indiana Knights uniforms on Monday Night Football. The Colts host the 49ers inside Lucas Oil Stadium, 8:15 Monday. The Colts Blue Zone pregame show airs as usual Sunday morning at 11:30 right here on CBS 4. College hoops, the top 25 matchups on tap for the Indy Classic Saturday. 6th-ranked Purdue takes on number 21 Auburn. Gold and Black already beat Auburn's biggest rivals, Alabama, earlier this year, and are looking for some revenge from last year's 18-point loss to the Tigers. Got a fun Saturday shaping up in Indiana, starting with IU hosting Chicago State at 1 in Bloomington. MAC play for Ball State, Miami, Ohio in town at 2, and then the downtown doubleheader, Indy Classic, Butler Northwestern at 4, followed by Purdue Auburn at 6:30. Sports on the TV this weekend, we have a Saturday doubleheader in the NFL over on 5:59. Eagles Commanders at 5, Packers Bears at 8, Steelers Lions are here on CBS 4 Sunday afternoon. That's sports. Back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. Time is running out to honor Central Indiana's most remarkable women. The Women Crown this year will win an all-expenses-paid trip to Nashville, $1,000 for their charity of choice. Nominate your mom, your friend, your coworker, any woman who deserves to be recognized. Keep in mind, entries close tomorrow at 11:30 p.m. Support your nomination right now at cbs4indy.com/contests. We'll be right back.
What you doing tonight?
Well, I've got a few ideas.
How about an all-new Colbert with guest star Hugh Jackman?
That'd be great, thanks.
CBS tonight.
Get hurt in a car wreck, you've got questions. Who's going to pay for the medical bills? Can your case be settled without going to court? Get answers to your car wreck questions. Call Ken Nunn.
Call me. It's just that easy.
Call 1-800-CALL-KEN.
Good morning, Indiana.
Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
On WRTV.
The Weather Now Camera Network is sponsored by Tom Wood Volkswagen of Noblesville.
Tough one for the Pacers on Thursday. Jalen Brunson hits a late three-pointer to give the Knicks a 114-113 win. New York came back from 16 points down in the final quarter. Brunson scored 25. Pascal Siakam led the Indiana scoring with 26. Pacers are at New Orleans on Saturday. Their next home game is Tuesday night against the Bucks. The Colts quarterback saga has taken on more twists and turns than a Netflix series at this point. The latest interesting wrinkle brings Anthony Richardson back in the mix. AR has been out more than 2 months after a rogue workout band broke his face. Thursday saw him back in rotation at practice. October 10th was the last time we saw Richardson in any kind of football action, so more than 9 weeks spent waiting for an orbital bone to heal. He was working with the scout team, getting some throws down the field and pocket drills, so much of what he missed this fall. Time is running out on this season, but anything feels like progress at this point.
I don't necessarily need it for confidence, but just for my regular lifestyle, I need to be back on the field. I love playing football. I've been doing it since I was 2. And, it's just something I love doing. I just love being here with my teammates. And, originally they told me I was going to have to wait until after the season to see how my eye healed up. And luckily I got, cleared, this month.
Coach Steichen said Richardson will not play this Monday night, but the coach was non-committal about the rest of the season. Wait to to see how it all plays out was a recurring theme.
It's good to get him back out there. That'll be great. And he's handled it really well with grace and dignity and all those different things. But he's been doing it the right way, getting back in here, getting back in the fold and working out. It's been good.
There's not really major limitations, it's just a little different because of the impact that happened to my eye. But, most of it's really the same. I'm still able to move around the same and do everything I need to do. So that's not that bad.
As it goes, Phillip Rivers will start again on Monday night against the 49ers. He admitted that this week feels far more normal than last, getting a full set of meetings, practices, and game planning. Remember that he had basically 3 days to prepare for that first start at Seattle. Rivers said he felt pretty good on the day after 5 years away from the NFL.
I actually feel good this week. Wasn't so bad. A typical Monday post game. No, I actually feel a week better. To be honest, a week better physically, a week better. Obviously, getting back in the mode of a game week and in offense. So it's again, I do think it's going to continue to improve. The key is going to be winning along the way, as we know.
Another reminder of our Monday Night Football coverage. Week 16 starts at 7:30 with our Blue Monday pregame show. The Colts and the Niners at 8, and postgame follows on the news at 11 live from Lucas Oil Stadium.